What's going on, guys? I am Ayush, and in this video we are going to take a look after more HTML tags and attributes. So let's get started. First of all, let me open my Visual Studio course. As you remember, last time we made an index.html file and we included some of the headings. Now today we're going to take a look after HR tag, which means a horizontal line break. So suppose if I create one heading with h1 and I say India, the second heading I create and in that I write is my country. Suppose I want a line break in between both of them, so I can use HR tag. By using this, we can make a horizontal line in between both the headings. So let me show you how is that can be possible. I'm going to click on the go live at the bottom of the screen. This will start a server, and you can see that there is in India. Then there is a line break, and then there is my second content is my country. And this is no all about the HR tag, that it simply creates an horizontal line in between two of the content or two contents of the website. Now let's take a look after input tags. Whenever we go to any kind of website, means 90% of the websites are having inputs in them, like you go to Wikipedia page, wikipedia.com, and at that place you can see that there is an input tag asking you about which topic you want to see, and we write the topic, like we write India, and then we click on this search button for searching for the Wikipedia for India. So similarly, we are going to make an input in our website. So how we are going to do that? In our HTML code, we need to include one tag, which will be input tag, and it has a lot of tags like input for B for BTN button, C checkbox, color, date time, time local, email, F. A lot of type of inputs are there, but we are going to use that input text for input a text in our website. So let's save this. The moment I save this, you know very well that it will automatically refresh, and you can see that there is an uh, input box in our website. Now we can insert some of the text inside this. It can be a number, it can be a string, or any other format. Now there are a lot of types of inputs we can use. Date, there is a date input. So if I save this now and go back to my website, you will able to see something like ddmmyy. If I you click on this icon, you will be able to browse the calendar to take some other random dates, like today is 26, so I can select any random date like 5 to 2023. So this is one of the input types in date. Now there is one more which is about color. So if I say like input type color and save it, then you will be able to see something like this. I click here and you will be able to select colors. So I can select like red color, and there are RGB values. RGB are like red, green, and blue combinations, which forms all the kinds of color in computer. So their limit is from 0 to 225, 225, and uh, if I select like the red color in my this in the dialog box, if I select the red color, then you will be able to see the R is 255, G is 0, B is 0. Means the value of green and blue are both 0, and the red means R is 255, so it became red color. If I select white color, then all of these values are 255, and if I select black color, then all of them are set to 0. So this is about the RGB, and there is one more tool in this dialog box, which is a color picker. If I select here, then you will be able to see that I am having a color picker. Now I can select any of the color on my this computer screen. Like you can see, I can put my mouse anywhere, or I can get the color of the Wikipedia icon. So I am just and it's just selecting that same color in the color picker. Second, there is a arrow like option in this dialog box. If you click there, you will be able to see HSL values. Then there is hex values, means hexadecimals, and then there is RGB, HSL, and hex. This is about the type color. Now, one more type is about submit. Submit type. Yeah, we use this generally in forms to submit a form. Now, there is one more kind of type which is known as checkbox. If I save this, you will go here and you will find that it is like checkbox, tick, and non-tick, any kind of checkbox. One more is radio buttons. In most of the websites like forms, or you may see this kind of thing, like you have radio buttons, and you can insert any kind of text for them as well. Like, let me write like mail. I say I am having a form in which I am taking the input of the user, about his gender. So I will take an input, and in that I will be taking, in the input I will be taking checkbox or radios, anything you can choose. So I'm choosing my radio buttons. Then there is female. In that also, I will include an input with the radio buttons. Now if I save this now and go back to the website, you will be able to see male, then there are checkbox, and female, then there are checkbox. So male, female, there are both checkbox. Now let's take a look after one more kind of input. For this video, I'm going to tell you a limited one, because but there are a lot of things to explore in this. Like, there is one more file. I save this. Now you can select files, choose file, and you will get some of these icons. I click on it, then I will be able to browse my computer to select any kind of file. I go to desktop, and suppose I want to just select one. So you will be able to see that office background image.jf I have selected. So um, the image is selected, and the name of the image comes here on the screen. And similarly, I can change it as well to select any other kind of thing. Like, yeah, you can go to pictures, and you can select any kind of other image. And if you don't select anything, then it will show no file chosen. Now in this only, there is one more thing, which is on the password. If you save now and go back and you write anything, then you will be able to see that the things that you write are written in the form of dots, and there is an I symbol. You click here, and you will be able to see the password, and you one more time click here, the password will be in encoded form. Now one more is there, like email. This is used for taking an input of email from the user. Like, you can say you can give any kind of email to it. So I can give any kind of email, like email at the gmail.com. And whenever we make forms by using this, and we submit the forms, and suppose if there is something invalid inside this box, then it will give us some um kind of dialog box that please enter some valid email address. So that's why the this kind of type is used. Now after this, we also have range. Range is used in, like, you see YouTube. In YouTube there is a range like this. This is one more kind of input, in which we are having something like video bar. You can say video bar. This is known as a range out input. After that, we can you see that when we are taking the input of date, then we are having the month, we are having the year, we are having the day. So you can take it something separately as well, like type is equal to month. So if I go here now, and I click here, then I will be able to choose only the month. Like, I select March, then it will show March 2023. Or I can change the year as well. So okay, are not no options for clearing. Okay, now January 2023. Now in this, we are having one more, which is on the basis of numbers. So if I save this, I can't then you will be able to see that I am not able to input any kind of string inside this text box. And there are two buttons, like upper check, below check. So I click here, then it will increase the value, or I can just simply type the number as well, but I can't type any kind of string inside this text box. This is one specialty of the number tag. Now there is one more, which is like range. So let's try this one as well. So yeah, this was this we have used now. Now for the same thing, we have date time as well. And one more. Yeah, one more, we are having URL. So let's check this out. In this, I think we are supposed to give any kind of URL in the form, and there is datetime local. So let's use that datetime local, and I save this. I go back here. Okay, I think that's not of the date. It's something related to any other content. And this is about the input types. Now let's take a look after the buttons. So in buttons as well, we are having a lot of types. Like if I go here and write type, then we are going to get only four of them. Like button, type button. That's a simple thing. Now we are having submit. This is a special type in buttons which is usually used in the forms. When we make a HTML form, taking the input of the user as email, password, and then we are submitting the form. Then we need to use the button type submit to submit it. For any content inside the button, we need to write some text here. So I can write like click me. I go back to my website and I reload. Then you can see that we are having a button which is on the basis of click me. I click here. Right now it's not doing anything because we did not make a form. Now how can I make a form? So for making a form, we use a form tag. In the form tag, inside the form tag, we are going to give any our inputs tag, like I can write here email, and then the input, and type of the input will be email input. Now I can give it a name as well, but not now. I'm going to do that. Now we are having password. Now input password we are going to use. At last we are going to use button, and this will be submit button, in which I'm going to say submit. Now our code is ready, our form is ready. So let's reload the page and let's give some of the like emails. So I have given one email at the gmail.com, any fake one, and I'm going to give some random things in the password. I'm going to click on submit. Then you can see the page has reload and the form is submitted. So you can handle the form submission by using some external languages like PHP for storing the things to the database. But in fact, for but basically we need to use a form tag for making a form and submitting it. And one more time, if I go to website and I just do something like this and do something like this and click on submit, then you can see that it's saying please include an at the date in the email address. And that's what's the specialty of the input type email, because it enables us to give to give a facility to the user for including that at the date symbol in the email address. Otherwise it will be invalid and will not accept the things. So in the password also I will write something, and I click here submit, and it will reload the page. Suppose I just take it empty, both the things are empty, I click on submit, then also it will submit, because we don't have any validation for these things that we are going to discuss in the next JS course. In JavaScript we are going to handle all of these things, like form validation, is there empty forms or not. So that's all for this video. Meet you in the next video. For then, see you.